7th December was what we called, at that time, the last major step. After that day, it will be all about healing, getting better, accepting the truth, and learning to live with it. The 7th December was the day of the funeral for our little baby boy, Poppy. The weather was reflecting how we felt that day. It was cold and gloomy. Our friend, Clara, from Annecy, came to spend a few days with us. And all along the 7th, we were surrounded by dear friends and family. We wanted a cremation, and his ashes spread. We had organized everything with the funeral home, that first took Poppy to his autopsy and then to the crematorium, located in the cemetery we opted for. We were often in touch with the funeral home, that was informing us on the situation and where Poppy was, as we opted not to be with them during all that time. Another reason for that cemetery was that it has a garden of memory, which is a place where you can spread the ashes without having any name, mark, nor tomb. We didn't want Poppy to be in one place. We wanted him back to nature, as we believe more that everything has energy. Also, for us, Poppy is more in our home or in the hospital where he was born, than in the cemetery. It is strange to say, but for us, the hospital is a happy place, and we'd rather go there than in the cemetery. We only invited a dozen people, only friends and family that were really close to Poppy. We wanted a simple ceremony, where anyone can say something, or not, and after, we offer them to come to our place to spend some time together. We spent most of the morning cooking all the dishes we will serve after the ceremony. All of them were made with poppy seed, in memory of Poppy, that got his name after its nickname, Poppy, because one day he had the size of a poppy seed. Tina made a Serbian dish called pita. We also made some hummus, poppy cake, poppy biscuit that we had made the week before, and we brought bread and pretzel with poppy seed. At 2:30 p.m., Poppy's ceremony started, so we all met in the cemetery a bit before that. There, we then met someone from the funeral home that gave us Poppy's urn, and then brought us to the Garden of Memory. It was so hard holding Poppy's urn. When we arrived in the Garden of Memory, we were a bit shocked, as there were holes in the ground. We cannot actually spread his ashes, but have to bury them. We didn't know it, but that's the law, so we went along with it. Our friend has brought a poppy candle that we light up, and we also put a picture of him next to it. We then say a few words and offered anyone who wanted to say something the possibility to. Some said a few words, some stayed quiet. We were mostly all crying, and it was hard to speak at that time. The story I told was actually my happy place at that time, even if it wasn't really my story, as it was something Tina told me. The last time Tina and Poppy went for acupuncture, the midwife put a needle on Tina's tummy, and Poppy then started moving a lot, trying to push away the needle. I always love the thought of him trying to push that needle away. We then say our final goodbye to Poppy, and together we put his ashes in the earth. Then everyone put some earth on him and we closed the hole in the ground. Poppy was now back to earth and Mother Nature. We then went back to our place, where we all spent a few hours together. We talked a lot about Poppy and other topics as well. We also talked again about the ceremony, that it wasn't how we had imagined it, and that if we knew, we most probably would have done things differently. But anyway, the most important is that Poppy is back to Mother Earth. This is something that will weigh on us from time to time, as we had imagined it differently. And especially on me, when later we were walking along our canal and I saw a small and cute cemetery. But most probably, it's only because this was the only thing where we had some control. In the evening, the hospital gynecologist called as he had received the first result from the autopsy. All was good. Poppy was healthy so far, and all his organs really good. That night, Tina also stopped bleeding and starting having white discharge, meaning that she is recovering well. The 21st January, during a sunny day, we went back to the cemetery and the Garden of Memory. At that time, it was still hard to be back there, but we found the place much nicer than in our memory. And Poppy's ashes are near a tree that should be beautiful during spring. It wasn't as bad as we remember it, and in the end, the place is quite nice.